Okay, my earlier rant about parts people. This place can usually find oddball stuff. I must have got the dud. Because he looked it up. I can't even find listings for it. And I said, well, for the seals, can you look it up based on the measurements? And I know you can because I've done it. They've done it for me. And his reply was, I don't know how to do that. You know what? You're not going to get any younger. Why don't you fucking learn? I don't know. Then what good are you? You want to be a parts guy or do you want to be the parts guy? Yep. So, let's go spend some more of that $5 a gallon gas and go to another place yet. We'll be back. Okay. I'll show you something here. I'm not saying they're the best. I'm not saying they're the worst. I'm just saying they know what they're doing. I'm going to show you something here. Dual rear wheels. $12.84 a piece. I got just a few cents off, which I don't know why they do that. I used to get the discount here because the guys all knew me, but I haven't been buying parts for years, and I didn't bring my company ID card to show that I worked for the phone company, but I would have got a bigger discount. There you go. 25 bucks for the small seal for two of them. 36 bucks for two big ones. Now, how could this guy find them and not the other people? Remember those numbers I showed you on there? $65, $90, $10. Yep. Walked right to him. This one was a little harder. He had to look up and he got a different part number and walked right to him. 5 minutes I had the seals. 5 minutes. Wheel cylinders, different problem. And I know that's going to be a problem. What did he do about it? He looked him up and he says, no go. We don't stock them. Well, I knew that. He said, just give me a minute though. He checked and he says, nope, it's got to come out of the States. 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a long time to wait if your vehicle's tied up. But this is just the motorhome. Annoying because I don't really want to put it back together just to move it, but it looks like I'm going to have to. But after he told me 3 weeks, he got on the phone and phoned his guys, whoever he deals with, at other suppliers. And he would likely get into the warehouse section and deal with sellers or parts people behind the scenes. Phoned 3 different ones. And they all looked it up. They all had part numbers. Like, these are the guys that likely supply garages, not the general public, but a garage or a fleet. And all of them, he found part number, and he had them look it up to confirm the part number. And he said to them, I have a number, but I'd rather have you look it up just to confirm I was right, because it's an oddball. Smart thinking. All three places he called came up with the same part number. All three of them also unfortunately said they didn't have them. And all three of them said it's going to be 3 weeks. So, not much I can do about that. 3 weeks from the States. They don't sell kits for them, or I would have rebuilt them myself. The other option I have is to take them apart, take them into the mobile brake shop, and that's all they do is brake supplies and stuff. And they could likely find cups for me. Okay, where else was I going to go? Well, I think I've got all I can do here. Frustrating yet fruitful, because I did find seals. Very easy, very common, in stock. And the way I am with my vehicles, when I get parts like this, I write the part numbers down. I don't just leave them to memory or leave the boxes around. I will actually take the time to take the box, write down the make, and write down all the information, part numbers, dimensions, everything. So if I ever had to do this again, the information will be written up in the back of the owner's manual. I used to keep a little notebook that I wrote things down when I built engines. I wrote down part numbers for all the parts, the bearings, the shells, the bolts, the rod bolts, seals, kits. All the measurements from before and after machining. So I had all the dimensions, I had all the part numbers. So if I had a problem with a motor and I wanted to get a piston, I could order up one piston, because I knew the bore, I knew the piston rings by number. It wasn't a problem. Yeah, it took a little longer to do things, but you know what? The few times that I've ever had to reference my materials saved me a ton of time. It saved me more time than it took to write the stuff down. I've gotten lazy over the years and don't do that quite so much, but in this case I'm going to. Anyway, a little bit fruitful, just a quick update. Getting back into downtown here, so I'm going to concentrate on driving and not talking. Take it easy and have a good one.